Hey, what is up, guys? I'm making a little holiday beverage. I'll start with some ice cubes. Hope everyone's doing well. It's the beginning of December. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to upload this video, but anyone who's planning on going to some of these Los Angeles or what do we have coming? Ontario, California shows. Hope you have a good one. I'm gonna sit it out. I don't have the yearning feeling to go through the formalities right now. I have been enjoying my hobby. I've been doing some Christmas shopping, as I'm sure everyone has been, and just trying not to go too crazy. Probably overdoing it with the ice, but these are little cubes. I don't really have a name for this drink. I was gonna call it a coconut husk, but I sort of looked online and there's already a drink that's a lot like this, but it's more like what they're doing is more like a Caucasian with coconut milk. I've been using coconut water, Parrot coconut water with the pulp. So I'm just gonna add like maybe a third vodka. I usually prefer some Jack Daniels this time of the year, but I think vodka is a little less likely to backfire. I don't want to wake up with a headache. You shake this up. A cute little parrot. Reminds me of Sunny. Shake it up to get the pulp going. Got a part of that. And just because I enjoy some fizz, I'm going to add a little Topo Chico. Now the ice is going to start to probably melt a little quicker because of the carbonation. That statement is not scientifically grounded. And a little splash of Kahlua. That's why I was thinking of calling it a coconut husk. Anyway, it's about 3:30 in the morning, so let's drink this before it's no longer the witching hour, and it's just a bad thing. Right now, it's an unwinder. Oh, that's really good. Like the coffee and the coconut, you would think wouldn't be partners, but they attract. So, yeah, I was driving home and I had this weird flashback of meeting Craig Thompson of Blankets fame at San Diego Con. And I don't know. I feel like under not optimal circumstances, you can meet a comic artist and just have it not go well. And I don't know. I don't feel well about going out and collecting comics right now. So, hence, yeah, I'm gonna lay off this season. Yeah, I'll be back strong before too long. 2022, I kind of like the sound of 2022. Anyway, been on a Joe Ciotto kick lately. I ordered this book, just arrived today, and I was flipping through it. You know, I got it for the cover, but it's a nice little Joey C. Illustrated story called The End of the Line. Hopefully that fizz isn't going to pop on the book. I'm not sure who did this story. This book came out a while ago. Let's jump to the Joey C. So this is end of the line. We can see he's got some really nice work in here. His trademark style, his beautiful coloring. I imagine somewhere all these pages exist in a physical form, lettering aside. I'm not too crazy about this lettering. Early 2000s lettering, they had gotten away from the hand lettering and they hadn't quite made the computer program lettering integral to the page. So I always thought that the balance was off on that. But it's okay, you know, especially on the sound effects. If you've ever read like Sin City and you've seen a Frank Miller drawn sound effect, or if you've ever read Watchmen and noticed the complete absence of sound effects, when you see some of these oddly small sound effects, they're just, I don't know. So yeah, this is X-Men Unlimited 36. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Moving on. Oh. Moving on. I don't know what this is. This just came in the lot. X-Men 35. Let's just flip through. It's not a real great copy. Atomic Comics 602. I'm trying to think. I know 702 is a Vegas area code. 702. Maybe it's Vegas. I don't know. Different part of Nevada, perhaps. Looks fine. Kind of cool. Sort of this gothic character. I might read this. Doesn't look like a bad time. Cartoony art. Yeah. I like these little vignettes, man. X-Men Unlimited. 35. You know, that mix came out pretty good. I don't think I messed up on the equations too much. You can taste it, but it's not unpleasant. It's not like you're trying to get there all at once. So I got another Eric Klaus cover. If you want a real trip, look up his webpage. I think it's called Interstate Ninja. You will definitely you will want a commission from him as much as I do. This just happens to be a cover he did for someone for a book called Junior High Horrors, Strangest Thingies, issue 1 from January. So I'll open up a copy of this, but this is the one I had to get all the covers, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one nice. Here's the cover. I believe the interior artist, the creator, Eric Kent, did this cover. So that one's also kind of nice. And then you have this one. This one's definitely the ugly duckling of the lot. It's kind of cool. I mean, there's this little Freddy Krueger kitty, but this is by someone named Rob Potchak. And I remember artists like Rob Potchak at San Diego Con. These were the guys where you couldn't walk past their booth without them pitching to you, and pitching hard. You would end up feeling bad that you didn't want to buy their book, but you know, they will chew you up and they will sell you their book and put you on a mailing list and everything if you're not just really honest and wish them luck and get on your merry way. But the book itself, the Eric Kent stuff, is kind of, it's, very self-published kind of book, put out by Keenspot, but I like the coloring, and I've said it once and I'll say it again, this is about as well as I draw, and I still have aspirations to make comics, so seeing stuff like this makes me happy. And that's not me belittling this book at all, it's just me saying I like to look at stuff by people I feel are in my league. And I hope it doesn't sound conceited to say that I can draw as well as this, because I mean, this is a project of love. Clearly, the guy who did this is farsing, what is it, Stranger Things, right? And throwing in some little Freddy Krueger kitty and some Michael Myers thing and Chuckles. So yeah, I mean, I got it for the Eric Klaus cover. I'm collecting his stuff. He's got a lot of stuff coming out in the new year, namely through Keenspot. This book right here, man. This book was a hoot. I read it as soon as it came through the door. And if you've never read Hitman Lobo, that stupid bastich, you got to check it out. I've seen stories like this by Larson, or Garth Ennis. I've seen a story where the Punisher is running over Wolverine with a steamroller, and it kind of reminds me of what gotta keep saying Larson, Garth Ennis is doing with Lobo in here, because Hitman is his guy, and Lobo, I don't want to ruin the story for anyone, but man, you gotta check this out sometime. I'll flip through it without saying too much. The art is great. Was it by Doug Mankey? I thought I enjoyed the Lobo Big Bad Babe Spring Break, but yeah, Tommy Monahan uses his powers to tap into Lobo's mind, and he comes up with he knows exactly who Lobo is. Bounty hunter from outer space, sure enough. Incredible strength, highly tuned sense of smell, able to regrow himself from a single drop of blood and talk nonstop crap in a total vacuum. Not good news. So yeah, it's just a good book. I ordered on Eric Green's recommendation. I ordered some Resurrection Man from DC. 90s Resurrection Man, Volume 1. And there's a Hitman crossover in that. But yeah, I'm just kind of enthusiastic about some Garth Ennis right now. Right before and after he was on that just hot streak heater of a lifetime with Preacher. That's a nice statue right there. I bet that goes for some bucks. That book goes for some money, so the statue, it's hard to even fathom what the statue must be worth. Yeah, and then this is just like a chase. It's a good book. if you can find this one. You see a different side of the main man. You know, usually Lobo's got a lot of monologues, soliloquies. You really get inside of his head. But this one, you see Lobo from the outside. And it's an interesting perspective, you know? Because it doesn't celebrate the chauvinist, the egomaniac. It's a different kind of story. But, you know, it's sanctioned. DC allowed it, and it's a good story. Thank you. I will have another drink. Oh. Yeah, I love that book. I read that, and I laughed out loud 10 times. It was a good pairing. Hitman and Lobo. Okay. This next book is something, man. I've been after this book forever. I just couldn't find it. This is Flash Annual, I guess, Volume 1? No, God, I don't know what volume it is. But it's Flash Annual Issue 5. And the reason I wanted this, in addition to it making a really cool book to have Mark Waid maybe sign sometime, but this is a really, really difficult for me to find Travis Charest book. And nice square bound book. Nothing on the side. Just a white spine. And man, inked by Dan Davis. And this book looks good. This book took time. I cannot wait to read this. You know, Charest's covers always look so good. I don't know about his style these days, you know, but his covers from the 90s DC stuff looked great. And he actually brought that to his interiors. I know Big Elbow has recommended some of his Wildcats. I just can't bring myself to buy those, but I will if I see them. I don't want to hunt and peck those on eBay. You know, I know there's some really good stuff from like Stormwatch. You know, they had some good writing on that. But art-wise, yeah, this Charest did some cool stuff for Jim Lee's studio, which eventually became more DC anyway. I don't know. I love the spacing on the eyes and everything. Those negative eyes he draws. There's just something very appealing about this style. And it's very clearly influenced by guys like Jim Lee, you know. But I also really liked the other people who were emulating that Jim Lee style, like Brett Booth and, I don't know, maybe like Tony Daniels. Look at this, man. Look at that page. That is like splat. It'd be cool if there was like a really definitive Charest cover, the way Stefan Platt has Moon Knight 55. Just one hit after another. These layouts are good. Conceptually, there's just a lot going on. It's a tough balance. On the surface, it looks really good. I don't think Mark Waid ever wrote a bad Flash story, so it should be okay, right? That is a nice panel, man. That is tough enough. Very cool flash image. All right, set this down. This guy's getting interesting. Excuse me. All right. Right here I have a book that I bought because I like Matt Martin. And this happens to be one of those Eternity books. Nira, Cyber Angel, and Cinder, special number 96. And I went through a lot of trouble with a certificate. And this is 78 of 1,500. I don't think it's a big deal, but clearly it was a big deal to them, you know? So I celebrate it. Matt Martin came up with the Hall of Heroes guys, Trent Kanuga, Ethan Van Sciver, and he's probably the most unsung of them all. I like these Eternity books. I like, stuff like Zen. I support Don Chin. What's that? In my mind, I've just always said Bill Moss, but I'm sure there's more to it. So yeah, I mostly got it for the cover. I do like this kind of. It wasn't quite underground, right? Just a small press book, but look, it's in color. And it's got a lot of nice artwork of these Huns buns, and it's not hurting a damn thing. Cabin Boy, that was an inker at the time. Crybaby. And nice catalog of more Eternity stuff. Yeah. So, pretty cool book. Nothing that's going to set the world on fire, but it's right at home in my collection. It's Gen 13 covers. Skin 13. Wow. Taking those covers a step further. And Vortex. Salute you. This last one I got for the Kelly Jones cover. And this one comes with a card. "1993 Kelly Jones. A little book called Swamp Fang." Yeah. It's a really glossy cover. If I get Mr. Jones to sign this, I'm going to have to wait before I can put it back in the sleeve, because, man, it is glossy. It's like poster stock. See that? I believe the interiors are done by Alfred Alcala. And yeah, it's just like what it sounds like. Got a nice little origin story. 1993. Can't really remember what was actually going on with Swamp Thing at that time, but apparently the farces were alive and well. Did she fall into a petri dish? No, more than that. Her nature, her very nature is being modified. Wow. What are her powers? She can be a brick wall. No one's seen me. All that's left is to cross the street and I'm in. Is she gonna rob a bank? 10 minutes out of the petri dish and she's gonna knock over the B of A. More power to her. Get him, sister. You do it. What is that? Maybe that's an Adam Hughes or someone. I'm not sure. Yeah. The end. She's got it. She's got the world by the short hairs. Because she's the Swamp Thing. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for the company. I'm going to finish my coconut husk. And I'm going to read some books. And say goodnight, Swamp Thing. All right. Talk to you guys later. Have a good one.